This is a review of the Montane North Star, or excuse me, the Montane Chonos. It's a medium, 5'11". I have a 40-inch chest, a 30-inch waist, and I weigh 147 pounds. The jacket, like I said, is a medium. It fits perfectly over a base layer. I'm wearing a Polartec Power Dry polar weight hoodie, and you can see the fit. Climbing actions, moving, does very little to move the hem. The arms are articulated, you can see it when the jacket's off. It has insulated hand warming pockets with the down on the outside. This jacket is just a little bit over 3 inches of down in it, total loft. About 1.5 inches in the back and about 1.5 inches in the front. Maybe slightly more than 1.5 inches in the back and slightly less than 1.5 inches in the front, but it's fairly even displacement of down between the front and the back, so it's really good. No internal pockets, so can't stuff gloves in there. The pockets here would accommodate gloves and maybe a pair of goggles if needed, but they would probably, with this medium fit, would probably compress it down a little bit. This jacket really doesn't layer at all in a medium. It's just not big enough, but it does go over top of a base layer and it fits my body like a glove. Now the way this jacket is designed, the plumes, the cut of this jacket is really just, it's on par. They really spend a lot of time and look at how a jacket should be designed for warmth. It has a little elastic cuffs which seal up good, keep any cold drafts out, and they work well with gloves and things of that nature. No issues there. The outer material is fairly wind resistant. I don't think it's as good as what you're going to find on the North Star or the Black Ice as far as windproofness, but this is pretty light. This jacket weighs in between the Nihilus and the Mountain Hardwear Hooded Phantom. The cut is tapered, so it's a little higher in the front and a little longer in the back. The hood fits really well. It has a volume adjuster, which that's kind of the one thing I really see as pointless. I don't ever see myself using that. It has a wire stiffened brim, and it has pull adjusters in the side. The jacket zips up nice and covers the nose, so it offers a lot of wind protection in adverse conditions. The hood on this jacket, if you compare it to the Nihilus and the Hooded Phantom, has a lot of loft all along the neck. It really does a good job of insulating the head. It's really kind of phenomenal. They have really good hood designs. You can see in the shoulders, the way the shoulders are done, there's a lot of loft right here against the body, and it even has the loft in the shoulders. I think it could be slightly improved on the shoulder, but it's much better than Mountain Hardwear's Nihilus or Hooded Phantom as far as its loft on the shoulders. The down does tend to migrate, I guess, into the front, but it's just, there's so much down there. It's really, really warm. I would consider this jacket weighs, I guess, about an ounce more than the Hooded Phantom, so I would say it's a competitor for that jacket. It does have a belay button, and that works really well if you're going to use this jacket for any belaying scenarios. You can have your harness come through and you don't have to worry about wind coming in. The jacket has a nice zipper guard, so material here that is not going to catch in the zipper. Don't have to worry about the zipper getting caught. Really like that feature. Decent baffle here. The pull cords come down to the inside. This is kind of a no thrills. Just throw it on over top insulating piece, and it works really well at that. If you want the absolute most extreme conditions, I would probably advise going with the Black Ice. So it kind of depends on what you want to do with the jacket. Either one is going to work well over base layers if you get your normal body size. Say, for me, that's a medium. Black Ice or the Chonos are going to fit fairly similar. There's not going to be room for layering. If you get the North Star, in either of those, you can layer like an Arc'teryx Atom hoodie. That'll layer really well with it and probably be the most efficient layering that you can get out of that jacket. You can also put other stuff in there, but it might slightly compress it down. The North Star has the same exterior dimensions, basically. Maybe not so much in the body. It's a little more form-fitting in the body, but the interior just has a little bit more room than either the Chonos or the the black ice. I'll show you guys a comparison in fit between, first off, the Nihilus. This is a Mountain Hardwear Nihilus. It's also a medium. It doesn't have a belay button. It's got a nice baffle behind the zipper for warmth, but that zipper doesn't have a zipper guard on it, so it tends to catch a lot. And I find that kind of annoying, especially in cold conditions. Now this jacket is really good for layering, so if you know, odds are you're not going to be hiking Mount Rainier or some other kind of extreme peak in just a base layer. So this jacket would accommodate layers really well in the medium size. So, but you can see that the hem does pull a little bit on this jacket, so if you're doing overhead stuff, it's not too bad on the sides though. So it's got a pretty good fit and good overall design, and it works well for layering and I guess your true size. There you go, you can see the zipper catching on this thing. Really annoying if you're somewhere really cold and your hands aren't warm, that kind of thing. That stuff becomes more difficult to manage. This is the Mountain Hardwear Hooded Phantom. And, you know, it's got some nice stuff pockets on the outside. I did notice that this jacket has really huge pockets. I should mention that in this video. And that can cool it off a little bit because the cold air coming in through these pockets can go up if you have them zipped in your hands or in them. So you can see the difference in the fit. Now the Hooded Phantom does have a nice zipper guard as well, but the baffle is a little bit longer on the Chonos, so it covers better. But see the fit of the jackets, and then if you do any bit of movement, there's quite a bit of hem lift here, especially for anything overhead and that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to getting this jacket in either a large or an extra large. I'm not sure which I'm going to send it back for, just to see how much better it'll layer, because that's really what I'm looking for. I use any compressible insulation, whether it's down or synthetics. They have to loft to be warm. So this jacket is really tight on my arms. If it was bigger, I would probably get more insulation out of the arm on this jacket. So any compression of that insulation does not allow thermal efficiency, or it doesn't create a more thermally efficient jacket. It actually creates a less thermally efficient jacket. So you got to have that loft for the warmth, and you got to have the design in the shoulders. And this jacket is, the cut of this jacket is designed really well. You know, the only downside that you get is you don't have pockets in here to stuff goggles or gloves in. But I found that I only use these jackets at rest, and that's how I tend to use down. So I don't have the need to stuff stuff in the pockets that often, really. And if I need to stuff something in here, say a pair of goggles or something, if I wanted to hold it, it fits in these zippered hand pockets just fine. So if you layer up, you shouldn't have any issues with that fitting. You know, if you just want something ultralight to wear as a around town jacket, this jacket would work for that. I mean, it fits really well. It's going to move with you. You're not going to have any issues out of it. And it's a really good fitting jacket and does exactly what it's supposed to do. If you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know and I'll do what I can to help.